All right, so you already know it's another range day, and I brought out the two twin Glock 17s, y'all. I took these to the range. All right, restart that shit. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? As you can see, I got two twin Glock 17s. Just took them to the range, tested them out. These haven't been cleaned in a long time. They ran beautifully. That's that Glock reliability right there. And now I'm just going to give them a little bit of a cleaning after they put on such a exquisite show for y'all. I will have footage of how they performed at the range. You already know me. I like two different distances. I like 5 meters, 10 meters. I feel like that gives you a good representation of what these weapons can do at a close and a far distance. You know what I'm saying? And they perform greatly. No mishaps, no malfunctions. I was running 115 grain ammo. You know what I'm saying? The range shit. And these was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, these are the California compliant bullshit 10-round mags. You know what I'm saying? They work good. Have fun with them. You know what I'm saying? What I never really noticed about the Glocks that these Gen 3s, they had like, you know what I'm saying, knurling on the front of the trigger guard. I did not notice that. I don't really, this is not how a nigga shoot. I be going like this, you know what I'm saying? So I've never really touched or interacted with the front of the trigger guard like that. It's a cool feature, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't really shoot full-size guns all the time, but these Glock 17s make me love full-size guns. I mean, they're just the grip I'm able to get on them and how I present is nearly perfect. I love it. I love it a lot. Great guns, man. Great guns. All right. So I did distinguish which one was the ones I use in the video. This one in my right was the one I was using on the left hand. This one in my left hand, I mean, was the one I was shooting the left side of the target. And this one in the right hand was the one I was shooting on the right side of the target. How I know is just the numbers. You know what I'm saying? The serial numbers. But either way, there should be some type of footage up on screen. And now I'm just going to get to cleaning these things. You feel me? Cleaning up a little bit. All right. Break that down. And remember, you're going to be like, I'm not really a Glock boy, but I know how to pull back, pull down, pull forward, pull the trigger. There we go. I mean, not that bad. Just a little dry, as you can see right here. I'm going to start with this one. Lay all that to the side. Anyway. Man. Also brought out the boy. Performed beautifully, as always. I'm saying. Alright, so how I go about my care with guns is what I like to do, disassemble. You want to clean the rails because these are your interaction points. These are what the rails slide into. That's why they call it a slide, because this slides. Very clean, not much carbon buildup in it at all. It's always cool to get familiar with your weapons, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of people who take their weapons to go get maintenance by professionals. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that, because a professional always sees something from a different angle than yourself. You feel me? So he might see some wear and tear or some improper wear and tear somewhere else deeper in your gun than you might. But it's always good to get familiar with your weapons, because what if you find yourself in a place where you don't got the opportunity to go get your weapons serviced by a professional? You're just gonna, you know what I'm saying, have to figure that shit out. Let's see. Right here, some 3-piece oil, you know what I'm saying, 3-in-1. What I like to do with my slides, I just dab a little right there. And I just like to rub down the slide with it. Some of you might be like, oh, why is he putting oil on the slide? It's going to make it slippery. Yeah, but we're going to clean most of that oil off. It's not going to really exist on it, you feel me? It's just, I like to use it to give it a little bit of shot. I feel like it just cleans it better than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. In this gun world type shit, there's a lot of people who say a lot of shit, and then there's a lot of people who do a lot of shit. That looks very good to me, you know what I'm saying? And if your grip on your slide is that so where a little bit of anything is going to disrupt that, you need to improve your grip, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, that oil ain't doing me no problems right here. Shut your mouth. Now we're going to mess around with this. And like I was saying about those interaction points, these are your rails right here. You feel me? 1, 2, 3, 4, your main rails, and this is involved with it too. So this actually looks really clean to me. You feel me? So I'm not going to do a deep dive into it and fuck with anything. Looks beautiful. Forget that. Very simple. What I like to do, I like to dab. And then, you know what I'm saying? Little go a long way. All right, that looks good to me. Can lay that down. And on these rails right here, I mean the slide, sorry, but these rails are what we're focusing on. You want to drop oil about that way and about like that. And then you're going to just watch that oil slide down. That's what you want to see. That sliding. And then once it gets down in there to about right here, you're pretty much done and you're ready to reassemble your weapon. Man, Glock reliability is right, because, yo, these guns haven't been cleaned in a minute. You can see it just run down. I mean, there's things we can do to make it go a little bit quicker using these brushes. We can just swipe it down, but we're just going to lay that upright like that. Focus on this barrel now. With me and cleaning barrels, I mean, you got all these tools to clean them and shit, but you just want to pay you want to pay attention to the important parts. You want to take off any excess carbon you see. These are actually really clean barrels right here. really clean. I like to see that. All right, this is in great condition. Great condition. All right, so this is your ramp right here. This is where I would say focus a lot of your cleaning on. You know what I'm saying? This is where the bullet swoop slides in and goes right there. All right. And what I'm gonna do, again, I'm gonna dab some oil right here. And I'm just gonna coat the barrel in a little bit of that oil. You guys might be like, oh, who taught him to clean like that? I taught myself. You know what I'm saying? Coat everything. It works. Never had an issue with the weapon malfunctioning after doing this. Perfect. Spraying. You don't really need to do anything with this spraying. It looks perfect to me. All right, and now then you're just ready for your reassemble. Boom. Looks perfect. Let's clean off some of that excess oil. Perfect. Gonna give it a good wipe down. That looks like a beautiful weapon right there. What do you guys say? Thumbs up for a beautiful gun right here, right? This is actually the first time I actually was able to shoot a Gen 3 Glock 17. And the narrowing with the finger grooves, I feel like newer Glocks should have an option of this. Like if you're getting your Glock straight from the manufacturer, you should be able to order Gen 5 with this type of grip. You know what I'm saying? Because I was able to really grind in and present that weapon with it. Really great. No complaints about that. The only other Glock I had was the Glock 21. Had a lot of C time on that, and I enjoyed it a lot. But it was a Gen 4, and it was a flat face grip right here. Very enjoyable gun right here. All right. So now we're going to take up the box. All right. Oh no, my chair has a problem with sliding down. I'm gonna put this back in. I'm gonna take this, insert, close. All right, this is our second Glock right here. A little bit of scratches on the slide, but nothing too crazy going on with it. Very, very, very good gun. Very good design. I don't know when the Gen 3s dropped, but yeah. Very good product. Very good product indeed. So same thing. This one has a little bit more just a slightly more amount of carbon buildup and particulates within the gun itself. I'm gonna get the brush. The reason why I'm using the brush is because I just see a little bit more build up in here than the other one. So just getting rid of that. And that's pretty much it. This slide is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? All right. It's a good wipe down. And then again, I'm going to come here with the oil. I'm going to give it a good wipe down with it. There we go. Another beautiful slide. Just a little bit of imperfections right here on it. But regular thing. Low-key, what I like to see on guns that are used is a little bit of patina. You know what I'm saying? Just nice wear and tear. That just proves to you, well, shows to you that whoever was using this Glock had it on them for an extended period of time, went through a lot of things with them, trained with them, things like that. And that's always good to see that tools are being used properly by the people who own them. I love to see it. And now, before we go on to the grip module, we are going to drop some oil down these slides right here. There you go, you can see that. Going down, we're gonna put that right here. Barrel looks good, but you can obviously see all these particulates. We're gonna just wipe it down. I don't really think there's a benefit of cleaning inside the barrel. Really, I wouldn't do that until you're thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds in, because these barrels are made and designed for the life they live. You feel me? Outside of it, yes, clean that. Inside, there's going to be carbon buildup, yeah, but I feel like it's not really a big deal if you clean it or not. And if you're going to see malfunctions from that, you got some really horrible barrels. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to stuff this down there. I'll do it with the other one too, just to make sure everything is done up. And that's all you really need. All right, we can take that, that, and that, and that, and just grease up. Whoops, grease up in there. Boom, done. All right. All right, we're almost 20 minutes in this video, so let's finish these up. I will have footage of how the shooting went in the video, so and you guys enjoy watching that. And like I said, we just want to grease up that barrel, have it nice and shiny, and then take all excess oil off of it. Now we're going to take a look on the slide. Slide looks beautiful as well. No real carbon buildup anywhere on it. So we're just going to give those rails a little bit of a rub down. Perfect. All right. Well, yeah, funny thing is, if you grip these Glocks hard enough, you can feel the give in the frame. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing. I think somewhere I heard it's like they could take 200 pounds of pressure. Cool shit to know. There you go. Clean off that excess on the front. And we're just going to apply one, two, three, 4, and 5. All right. Perfect. There you go. Some pretty guns right here. Well, today was a full day at the range shooting and manipulating, getting used to these. I really like the ergonomics on them. I feel my grip, my just regular base grip, like if I just curl my fingers around, get that webbing where it's supposed to be, throw that hand on, make sure my fingers are always where I like them, right on top of each other, and I'm activating those pinkies. Boom, that presentation right there. Boom. Probably that little boom right there. There we go. There we go. I feel like it's very natural. I like it a lot. Fun guns to use. Fun guns to have. And if you feel like you are in need of a full-size weapon, the Glock 17 is a good choice for you right now. I know they have the Gen 5s, which are wonderful guns, but actually the Glock 47s and the Glock 19X are what I would actually invest my money into if I was serious about getting another Glock. You feel me? Those two weapons are masterfully built weapons right there, updated to the new platforms that Glock, well, updated to the new standards and platforms Glock want to have going out into the future. And I know that the Glock Gen 6s are not too far away from release. So there's a lot of options out there for good full-size guns and guns period. I mean, you already know I'm a SIG dude. I love me some SIGs. I love me this one SIG, my SIG. Every other SIG can go fuck themselves, you feel me? This boy right here, have that boy loaded. Unloaded. Performed really good today. Get into that slag release. Boom. Boom. Yeah, very good. Very good. I like the trigger on this is, I like it. I like it. I always felt like this SIG trigger had like a lot of mush. A lot of mush. Yeah, see that's that part I don't like. We're gonna, there's the wall, and then watch. See that? How it just moved a little bit more back? I feel like we can just take that out of the game completely. But there you go. It's a little mushy. Like you can see it clear as day again. I'm gonna press down, and then you see that right there, then to pull the trigger. Anyway, great gun, fantastic gun. I'm gonna make its range report right after this, give it a little cleaning, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe and all that bullshit, all right? Later.